Hey y'all, we're back now. About your niece, what?
Okay, so the one that got bit by the fish, she got braces at an early age. I think maybe like 10, 8 or 10 or something like that. And she has a mouth like you. And she used to always get in trouble about talking back. And she talked back to one of her aunt, one of my sisters, one day. And my sister busted her lips open because she smacked her in the mouth so hard. Wow. And it cut on her braces.
Oh.
Like.
That was my sister and my niece.
Cut. Didn't have to get stitches, but her lips were swole for the rest of the night.
But why, as a parent or uncle, auntie, whatever, why when you hit a child you get emotional? Now, do you get emotional after you hit?
Nope.
Really? Have you ever cried when you had to first spank your children?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel? Like, did it take everything out of you, or what?
See, the thing is, with my kids, I have a boy, and he's gonna be 11 on Thursday. So, happy birthday! Most of the time, it's just been me and him. I've pretty much raised him. I've had help. Don't get me wrong, but as far as like being there day to day, being the one to discipline and teach him, that's all on me. And it's draining because we have conversations, because I try to talk to my kids. I try to talk to them.
She doesn't try, she does.
I explain. I talk to him like he is sometimes like my age. Like, he's not stupid. So I talk to him very intelligently. I tell him, if you do this, this is going to happen. This is how I'm going to feel. So when you go and you do it, it's like a slap in the face to me. Because I'm busting my butt, trying to make sure you're okay. You have everything you could possibly want, and you go to school, and here's one instance. He brought a lighter to school, and him and his friends were outside. They were lighting leaves. Then another group of kids came. They were rolling paper, putting leaves in it, acting like cigarettes in the schoolyard with teachers and other kids. You know you're not supposed to bring toys to school, so you thought it would be okay to bring a lighter to school? Like, it's stuff like that. And then I get a call. What's that? I don't know. Yeah. I get a call at work. Your son did this. I can't get to you because I'm too far. You bought a lighter. You could have killed yourself or somebody else. Like, that could burns. So many things, and you know it's wrong. It's not like they don't know. So it's times like that where it's draining, because it's like, I've taught you, and you still do this. Why?
And that's what I was saying. Like, we're human. We're not perfect, but every instance doesn't deserve a whooping. Yeah. And like she said, she talks to her kids.
Like, but that's the thing with him. Like, I told him about behaving in school, not following your friends, being a leader, not being a follower. Just me knowing, like, I'm busting my ass for you, dude. I'm busting my ass for you. Like, but I'm busting my butt for you, dude. Like, seriously, like, I get up for my kids. Like, I do everything for them. So it's like, when I have to deal with that, it's emotional to hit them, because it's taking, like, my emotions, because you hurt my feelings. I think that's what it is. He hurts when he misbehaves. It hurts my feelings, because it's like, I'm doing the best I can by you, and the only job you have to do is to go to school, behave, and get good grades, and you can't do that. That's like a slap in the face. It really is.
He snuck a lighter to school.
Yeah.
Did you whoop him?
She did more than whoop.
He got it.
She fought him like he was a dude.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. He won't. When I'm spanking my son, he won't hit. He cries. He cries as I'm walking in the door. His tears are crying, and he's like, "Mommy, no, mommy, no."
So that's the mental and emotional part of it, because I haven't even touched you yet.
Yeah.
And you're crying because you know I'm disappointed and I'm upset.
Yeah. And you know what I'm gonna do is gonna hurt you. Like, it's gonna physically hurt you. But then the thing is, with my kids in particular, it's also very emotional for him, because after I've spanked him, he's written me letters saying how sorry he was. And he still talks to me, and we still talk afterwards. Not the minute afterwards, but it's like, this happened, this is what you got, but we're good. I love you. You're my son. But it's no, like, that distance you were talking about. Like, you feel, like, distant. I don't get that from him because he still approaches me and he still is like, I'm going to do better.
And he's still young. Like I told y'all, I was getting old and was still getting whooped.
Yeah.
It's called unconditional love. That's what it is.
Yeah. And that's what it is for him. Now, for me, growing up, I didn't get hit.
You should have.
She sure should have. All my family that watches any of y'all know that my mom is like a softie when it came to me. And she didn't hit me. I'm sure other people wanted to hit me. She didn't. Now, here's the catch. When I turned like 13, 14, freshman year in high school, was feeling myself, then that's when she wants to hit me.
Yeah, because you're probably old enough now.
But I'm looking at you like, how you going to hit me now?
Exactly. See? That's what I'm talking about.
And I don't know if that's a woman thing or what it is.
No!
But it's just like...
So, being that she thought she could hit you now, what did you do?
There were times that I've hit her back.
See, that's why girls like you get hurt by your parents.
Well, it was here was the thing.
My sister did that to my mother and got laid out.
But that's why you don't try to whoop big kids.
No,
because
my mother didn't get laid out.
Fight.
She got laid out.
That's what I'm saying. Your mom doesn't want to lay her daughter out like she's fighting some stranger.
Then she shouldn't have just pop off at the mouth. Like, I'm sure that's what you were doing. You thought you was grown, and you thought you was grown.
No, that time that I got
that
time that I got hit like a project girl. Like my closet door in my room was off its hinges, and my friends came in and was like, "Damn."
Okay, why did your mom hit you? What did you do?
I skipped school.
Exactly.
I went to the movies.
Exactly.
And I
got grown.
And I got caught.
And get your butt beat like a grown person.
She did a project beating on my ass, had me by my ponytail, flinging me.
Yes, I wasn't your brother because you would have got beat too.
So anyway, the next incident,
Tina.
I can remember I wanted to go out with my friends, and she was like, "No, you're gonna stay here." We lived in a 2-story house. I threw my jacket over the balcony because my friends were down there. And I pushed her, like, "You're going to get out my way." And she threw me on the bed.
Crazy.
Yeah, and she laid on me and was like, "You're not going anywhere," screaming. And I'm screaming, "Help, help, help." So finally I wiggle away and I run out the house and I run out the door.
See, that's because she didn't get no whoopings when she was little. No, that's some old white folks stuff right there.
That sounds like her trying to be grown for some boy.
It was probably to go see boys.
But still, like, Marie wouldn't have been that dramatic had she been...
Yeah, like I said, I never... Like, she never... Like, maybe a tap, don't do that no more. But even, like I said, my punishments for her were so light. Like, she'd be like, "You can't watch TV for a whole month." And I would sit, like, in the hallway... And, you know, kind of ask, like, "Can I just sit here?" And she would just let the punishment go. I really think my mom, at certain points growing up, was kind of naive to me and thinking, like, "No, Marie can't do that," or "She wouldn't do that," or whatever. And I think everyone around was like, "Yeah, she could," and "Yeah, she did."
And you probably didn't do anything bad.
When I was young. I didn't. I didn't. It wasn't until, like, high school where I started really, like, hanging out with the wrong crowd or whatever, but... I didn't need to. She didn't even have to come to teacher school night because she would know what they would say. Right. No one had nothing bad to say about me. So, I was a good girl. So.
That wasn't good?
No, that just happened in high school.
Yeah.
Prior to. Like, you got whooped prior to you going to high school over a bike.
And being a liar.
I got whooped prior to high school for just being a child that was...
But I just think for parents, though, I think is you base it on your kids. I hate to think that you're beating just because you were beat. Like, look at your child. No, seriously, like, look at your child and think, does this type of child need a beating? Because not every child needs a beating to be disciplined. That's my point. It doesn't. Like, I think if you had a child like my daughter,
she would get a whooping sometimes.
For what?
And see, that's why I wanted to have this conversation, because I feel it's important to talk about, especially being that I don't have any children of my own, but I want to have them. Like her crying sometimes for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like that would frustrate the heck out of me.
You
like, remember the day we were on the phone and you were like, "Oh my God, like be quiet. I don't feel like this right now," and she was just in the backseat crying for no reason. Do you remember that?
She has reasons. They're never good, but she has reasons.
That would really irritate my like. I would take it there with her. I'm telling you, that would bother me so much, especially if she doesn't have a good reason. Like, why are you crying? Oh, like, oh, really? You don't even know why?
She be knowing why,
and what
it'd be mainly because her feelings be hurt. Like Javen interrupted her while she was in her train of thought to talk to me, so that upsets her and she cries.
And so you would whoop her because of that?
Yeah, eventually.
Because it would get on your nerves.
Yeah. Because to me, that's not things that you cry about. You cry because I'm whipping you. You don't cry because someone interrupted. If he interrupted you, then you need to check him. And crying is not checking him.
But her feelings are hurt.
Then she needs to harvest that energy. I feel disrespected, and now I'm about to check you because you need to stop doing that. And you better not ever do it again.
That comes with time. That's a skill learned. Like, I'm sure you weren't always the best trash talker that you are right now.
But I grew up being pretty good at it, like at an early age.
But you've gotten better. You've honed that skill.
But it started at an early age. That's what I'm saying.
And she has a little bit of it. It's not quite there yet, but she has a little bit.
But why are you backing her up?
No, because it's her baby, and I understand that. But don't you feel like sometimes you would prefer to see her like man up?
I would. See? That's my niece. Just so y'all know, I did this to my sister, but growing up, I used to beat my younger sister Tina up every day. I used to just beat her for no reasons, like fight her every single day. I would take Tina, fly her down the steps, run down the steps, and drag her back up the steps by her hair. But Tina will tell you, because of that taught her to be stronger for her life. See? But my niece, when she was living with me, I would fight her. Like, literally. I said, Kiara, or I'll just walk past her. I said, I feel like slapping somebody. And then she was like, you better not touch me, and I will haul off and hit her. And then her reaction would be to hit me back.
And that's good.
And so we would fight. Like, I said, okay, what would you do? And we start fighting, get yourself out of this situation. Like, I would pin her. I would, pin her on the floor, step on her hair. What's she going to do? I tell her, you're a girl, you got long hair, you're pretty. There's going to be other girls that going to want to fight you.
And that's what I'm saying. If somebody, as Jasmine gets older, hones in on the fact that she is that sensitive, they're going to totally try to take advantage of her.
Yep.
I will kill them.
Yeah, you will. But what about when you're not there and at that point in time? Like, you have to come get there. Jasmine needs to be able, and I'm not saying fight her own battles physically all the time, but be able to voice to that person who she feels like is doing her wrong.
But she doesn't have crybaby episodes at school. I think she does a pretty good job because I've never heard anything of her crying at school.
So then why does she do it at home?
Because it's me and it's her brother and she can't stand him sometimes.
Okay, well, I think we can go on because I think disciplining a child is very mental and very physical. The physical comes with that whole act and the whole feeling and the pain between both sides, child and parent, because as a child you feel the hurt and you feel the stinging sensation. As a parent, you feel the drain, you feel let down, you feel the disappointment, you feel the hurt, and it just to want it. And then to see your child hurting, you want to be able to protect them, but not protect them from you all the time. So,
I don't know. I mean, my thing is love your kids, whatever. Do the best you can with what you know and what you have, and teach them the best way you feel is right. Every parent is different. Every kid is different. But in my opinion, if you guys are trying and you're there for your kids, then
Yep. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And if you want to reach us, you can reach us on YouTube and Facebook at goodbadfab3@gmail.com. Again, at goodbadfab3@gmail.com. And and on our YouTube, please subscribe and make comments, and also on Facebook. So, alright, we'll holler. Deuces. Say bye, y'all. Bye.
I don't know. Are we doing